What did D'Angelo Russell play with Rachel?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal.
It's an Eastern Conference battle at the American Airlines Arena here in Miami, Florida, as the Heat look to work the home court advantage. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. That's certainly what we have in store for us today. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. This game is part of the travel schedule for Milwaukee. They just haven't been able to buy a break lately. 5 of their last 6 games have been losses.
And I think for the Bucks, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the Bucks' first All-Star since Michael Redd back in 2004. Now, the lefty Redd said, "I've never seen anybody like him. It's almost like he's from another planet. It won't be hard for him to attract talent here. I just want a ring when they get a ring." Kevin?
And the Bucks just one title back in 1971. DA, thank you. And both these teams, Brant, love to push the ball, push the pace. What are some things that all great fast break teams have in common?
The biggest thing, Kevin, is that you have committed runners on the wing. Point guards, their vision of the floor, their peripheral vision, they're always looking for guys. If they have guys committed to, once the ball is rebounded by their team, that their first 2 steps are hard and they're filling the lanes, then excitement and opportunities for highlights are coming.
Running with a purpose.
Running with a purpose, running ahead of the ball, and then attacking the rim with great consistency. Having great runners helps the fast break game.
Good point. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Middleton and Giannis are out on the wings. Brook Lopez is out there with Ilyasova. And it's Bledsoe in at the point. Now, here's Dragic over Middleton. No good from Dragic. Up top, Bledsoe. He's guarded by Dragic. For 3, Middleton. On offense, here are the Heat. It's a 3-point game. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And you know what? They played well, but just not well enough. And close games really test where your team is at.
Well, you can learn a lot about yourselves, and coaches can learn about the confidence in their players. So back to the drawing board, get in the gym, and look forward to the next opportunity.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 6 points for Chris Middleton.
Man, he's shooting the ball very well, in addition to creating for both himself and his teammates out there on a roll.
Wade finds Dragic. That's tipped. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Rocket 6. From 13 feet, it goes down.
Got to respect the mid-range play of Goran Dragic right there. The left-handed point guard strokes it well.
Outside for Bledsoe. Trying to get open is Lopez. And it's Bledsoe. That time on the assist from Antetokounmpo.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
Yeah, you could start to creep away off of certain people, but this is an early warning shot from him.
Richardson trying to break loose. Wade can't hit.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
Richardson against Antetokounmpo. Over Richardson. And he overshot that one, missing. The Heat trail by 5. And it's Johnson penetrating. The pass to Wade. Kicks it to Dragic. Over Bledsoe. Dragic against the bucket.
Nice job from Goran Dragic there to take the jumper in the face of some pretty good defense there and still nails it.
Antetokounmpo against Richardson. And stolen by Richardson. And here we go. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Well, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual adjust.
This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. Number 1, the Heat. In 4th, the Bucks.
Both of these clubs love to play up-tempo. That's how they win. These are the games that fans love because of the non-stop action.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 23 points his last outing. And he makes that one. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the night.
Tough to cover Antetokounmpo, especially this deep, and so good at using that length to shoot over the D.
Stolen by Bledsoe. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Eric Bledsoe is accustomed to playing alongside some other great playmakers in Kentucky. He was with John Wall with the Clippers. He was with Chris Paul. In Phoenix, they had 3-guard lineups. So that ought to help out as they continue to get great chemistry. Giannis and Eric Bledsoe could be a devastating duo.
And Bledsoe no good on that one. Well, Eric Bledsoe, as you mentioned, Brent, accustomed to playing on or off the ball.
Well, that helps a little bit with some of the new offensive schemes that Mike Budenholzer is putting into place. He's got that huge wingspan, which he can always bogart a guy defensively. He's a nice fit on the Bucks roster, and he's a good build around that length.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The Heat knocking down the tray. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
You think about a coach looking into the eyes of one of his players and telling him to match up with Giannis Antetokounmpo and all the things that he brings to the table. That's a long night of restlessness before you match up. Press up on him, he'll blow by you in transition. He's at the rim in 2 dribbles. Tough to stop that kid.
And that one misses. Antetokounmpo covers so much ground, Brent. He can almost go the entire length of the court in 2 dribbles.
Well, once he gets around towards the rim, his reach can make it seem like defenders aren't even there. Not just one defender, but multiple defenders. So it's unfair already, and you add that athleticism to what he can do. Wow, unstoppable offensive force.
Miami shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
First one falls for him. Now about midway through the season, a couple teams starting to slide. And they're desperate to turn things around.
But does that mean, Kevin, desperate means you've got to make a bunch of changes? Or do you go back to some of the things that had you in a position where we were talking about you in a positive manner?
Well, you want to remember your mission statement, don't you? What did we begin the season with?
Right. What did we come out of training camp?
Yes.
What was our mantra coming out of training camp? And maybe late November into early December, we won 7 of 10 games. Well, guess what? Break out that film. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's show some of the highlights of what we're capable of doing.
Go back to what we wanted to be.
And then bring it into the next game and show that you're capable of doing it again.
Agreed. And here is Waiters, following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. Wasted no time on that one. Waiters got 5 points so far.
Well, he wants to score. If someone cuts off Waiters' drive, he has that pull-up jumper to add to.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound by the Heat. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And you know, last year, not a huge talent discrepancy between these teams, but they still managed to win every game in the season series.
Now here's Middleton after Dion Waiters miss. No good, shot missing. Three-pointer, and the Heat, another three.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Keep your eyes on the prize. Middleton did just that and sunk the shot despite getting roughed up a bit.
Waiters for 3. And it's Waiters again missing. Bucks leading by 3. Bledsoe passes to Middleton. Tries again. And Antetokounmpo lays it in. 8 points for him.
Giannis right now getting hard work done on the inside to get some extra possession.
Bledsoe against Dragic. Bledsoe with the defensive effort.
Ooh, the D did just enough to keep him from scoring. Thought that was in for sure.
Middleton dishes to Ilyasova. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. That one goes. Count it. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Well, this is where Giannis does all of his damage. He gets inside the paint, has the size to work you back, and then stretch out and score.
From the wing, the rebound by Middleton.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. It's an excellent job.
Johnson, that's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Well, the Heat take great pride in what they try to do defensively, their activity, their awareness, their alertness. Well, this team, as they grow, right now they're committing a ton of fouls, but that comes with the territory about learning some of these schemes and trying to be as physical as they like to be.
Different look for Miami. Olynyk, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Justice Winslow comes in for Johnson. And it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic. And then for Milwaukee, Henson's checked in for Lopez. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Ilyasova. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Chris Middleton. And you talk about the discipline for the Heat. Not a team that can't. Bucks leading by 7. Here's Muhammad. It's deflected. Richardson with it. He has 5. He kicks it to Winslow. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for the Bucks. On the wing. He's guarded by Brogdon. Pass to Richardson. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Richardson's got 8 points.
Just a tiny bit of room there for Josh Richardson. Once the screen gives him that, it's golden.
Here's Muhammad. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Heat trail by 4. Shoots it up. And it's Winslow that time on the assist by Richardson.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, for both teams, we're seeing great synergy on offense, but some lackluster defense. You got to fight through things like this right now. His team needs him to shoot better. Just had a tough quarter.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, and they were just shaky at times when it mattered most in that game, and it cost them.
Yeah, Greg, I think you're right there. At major turning points, they'd miss a series of shots, they'd make some mistakes, and it led to the wipeout.
Now here's Muhammad. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. There's a minute 47 left in the first quarter of the game. Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. Up top, Brogdon. Pass to Dellavedova. 6 on the shot clock. Muhammad finds Dellavedova. They can't stop the run with that one.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Johnson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Richardson, no luck.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova. It's hauled in by the Heat. Winslow's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And Miami has possession. Waiters outside. Down low. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Brogdon. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 5 assists in the game. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Waiters for 3. No good. That puts him at 2 for 6.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Antetokounmpo passes to Dellavedova. Back to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Winslow. And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Miami ahead as they wrap up the first quarter with a 13-5 run. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
In the Nigerian way, you gotta say it with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say it with the NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you got, just say, you know, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough, right?
I guess so. I think a lot of people are going to stick with Giannis or the Greek Freak.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Cleaning the glass. I mean, right from the jump. And that really helped them to set the tone.
I think you said it. If you start off playing physical, Greg, there's kind of the attention of the referees and the opponent that they're coming at them all night long.
Johnson and Wade are the 1 and the 2. Dion Waiters is out there with Winslow, and it's Olynyk in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Waiters. Olynyk trying to break loose. Shot's good by Waiters. Waiters got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Miami.
Tyler Johnson, the 6'4" combo guard out of Fresno State, very lightly recruited out of high school and undrafted in 2014. He has just had doubters every step of the way and proved them wrong.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Now here's Wade. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Houston. That one drops for him. Well, think about Tyler Johnson, Brent, overcoming the doubts. His 4-year, $50 million contract in 2016 was widely questioned around the NBA.
Yeah, there are a lot of contracts in that summer that are questionable just because of the timing of the salary cap bump. But Brooklyn had signed him as a restricted free agent. The Heat matched, and Tyler Johnson just looking forward to going out and making himself a better player. That's his job.
Miami with the ball. Following the 3 by Milwaukee. Wade kicks to Olynyk. Johnson outside. Pass to Waiters. Shot clock at 6. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. And that's 13 points for Dion Waiters.
First 3 of the quarter and 3rd overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
Miami leading by 3. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Johnson outside. From deep 3-point range, Milwaukee with the rebound. Benson's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
That's a nice move on the bounce from Giannis, showing that the tools are getting sharper.
Wade surveying the D. There's the pass to Olynyk. Offensive rebound. Winslow. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Bucket earned, out muscling and out hustling everybody for the rebound.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Winslow. Another shot. Rebound by Olynyk. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Johnson dishes to Waiters. Here's Wade. Second chance shot.
As soon as Dwayne Wade sells the defender with the pump fake, he's going to go right to the body, and it makes that call an easy one.
The Heat shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First free throw is good. So many teams switching the pick and roll, and we can see it defensively what it does. How are offenses countering that?
I think the offense is what they're doing, Kevin, is being selective as to who it is comes out to set the pick. If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Kyrie Irving, and I know that there's a big defender guarding my 4-man or my 5-man, I'm going to call that screen up to the top of the key and make sure that I can go at the weaker defender that's guarding either one of my players to gain advantage.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Ilyasova finds Middleton. Bounce pass, Lopez. Snell, the pass to Lopez. Goes up on the high post. No good from Bledsoe. The Heat leading by 5. Here's Dragic. It's good. Dragic has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Stolen by Winslow. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Doesn't go that time. And Milwaukee the other way now. Here's Middleton, and the wide open shot from Bledsoe, and the Bucks miss again.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's foul number 2 for him. Adebayo kicks to Wade. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Winslow. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And the Heat lead by 9. Milwaukee's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Middleton on the wing. Lopez left side. 4 on the shot clock. And that one drops. Lopez has got his first points of the night.
He can play very well away from the basket. Lopez has the kind of range that not many 7-footers possess. And it's a great asset for a big man in today's game.
And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Oh, good on the 3.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Adebayo. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And one area where they've improved here in the second quarter is getting the ball in the paint. That inside scoring has gotten much stronger.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%, so no doubt he's pleased with that.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Amazingly, the Bucks, one of the slower teams in the league last season in terms of their pace. And when you're talking about a team with tremendous length and athleticism, you think that maybe speed would come along with it and that they get out and thrive in transition. Not the case last year.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. Number 1, the Heat.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end. And you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
And the Bucks, still a top 10 offense last season, got to the line in bunches.
They got to the line, got into the interior, got into the paint, but their outside shooting is still a concern, Kevin. When you're down a lot of points and you need to stretch out the defense to come back in games, it's not something that they could do last year. So maybe looking to pick up a few guys on their roster to help expand the three-point shooting game.
Here's Middleton after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Lopez finds Middleton. Here's Snell. Wade is covering. Here's Snell. Pass to Bledsoe. Puts up a 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
The D right there is up in his face, but simply not good enough for the offensive prowess of Dwayne Wade.
Bledsoe passes to Snell. Shoots over Winslow. Snell, no good. And it's Wade with the ball for the Miami Heat. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Now here's Ilyasova. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Lopez kicks to Middleton. Back to Lopez. Stolen by Wade. Winslow wide open. He fires. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
The Heat have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. And Miami making a change here. Richardson's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Muhammad's checked in. Brent, we've got great dunkers now, but you played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's your money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still
Sean Kemp.
Oh, so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins over the top.
Yeah.
MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's the floater, and he's able to get it back. Richardson, good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Middleton, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Great signs to see Chris Middleton have this kind of offensive output.
Now here's Dragic. He's coming off a 19-point game against Houston. Fast break, Milwaukee. Middleton outside. Dishes to Muhammad. And Ilyasova kicks to Lopez. And he converts the layup. Lopez has got 6 in the quarter.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Here's Adebayo. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Houston.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Now here's Muhammad. Over Richardson. Just 4 to shoot. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And a contested three is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Now here's Bledsoe after Dwayne Wade's miss.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the snide.
There's Dragic with the 3. Adebayo. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Adebayo's got 10.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. Miami with the foul. And the Heat committing a lot of money for this hard-working bunch. Brent, how do they improve from this point on?
Now it's about player development, Kevin, taking advantage of the off-season, making sure the guys are improving upon their weaknesses and staying sharp with their strengths.
2 shots.
They're going to have to find a few more diamonds in the rough out there to add to this roster and maybe set themselves up in free agency to lure somebody down the South Beach. And we'll see if they can do that. The front office tends to get creative in that way.
And the Heat with some changes. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Johnson. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Henson's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Ilyasova. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Eric Bledsoe. The Milwaukee Bucks looking to move the needle with their new head coaching hire. If you're in that role, Brent, what changes do you make?
Well, I think the team just needs to find a little bit better cohesion on the defensive end. They tried a lot of things schematically last year that I don't think they were as connected as they needed to be there. And as far as personnel goes, they're really lacking some consistency from outside on the perimeter, their perimeter shooting. I know Tony Snell had a decent year, but there's not a lot of three-point attack from the Milwaukee Bucks. It makes it tough for them to score.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And that one misses. Now for the Bucks in 2017, Brent, disagreement over front office candidates, a divided leadership structure. If you're on that roster, how much of those kinds of things concern you?
I don't think the players are worried about that at all, because what you have now is a new voice in the locker room. You're going to have to learn a lot of new language, new offense, new defense. And that's enough to make you think just about basketball and not the business of basketball, Kevin.
Now here's Johnson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Adebayo passes to Olynyk. Over onto Kumbo. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got his 6th rebound on the night. The shot by Brogdon wide open. Rebound by the Heat. 17 points was their biggest margin. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And Waiters kicks to Richardson. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Johnson, the pass to Adebayo. Heat moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5.
Come on, shoot!
Richardson against Antetokounmpo.
I think it's natural to tense up when Giannis is in the area, especially as a shooter.
And so it's Miami, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, the best part of their performance has been their offensive rebounding. So often it's overlooked, but you get 2 quality shots because of your effort. That is the difference in the game. I love the way they're battling and getting all those putbacks. They keep that up, game over.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We've seen Josh Richardson really having a great game.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he is a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations. He's been tough to contain.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are out on the wing. Ilyasova out there with Brook Lopez, and it's Bledsoe in at the 1 spot. Bledsoe against Dragic. Over Bledsoe. No good from Dragic. Bucks trail by 14. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Johnson.
Each year we get to see Giannis come back from a summer and what he's done to up his game. Get a little bit stronger in the weight room, be a little bit better ball handler, play a little bit more aggressively. The guy's competing to be one of the best players in the business.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupations.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And some have even compared Giannis to Kobe Bryant for his single-minded dedication, Greg, to improvement.
Yeah, you know, something of an introvert. Not a guy you'll find out on the town or schmoozing with other stars. He's content to save outside pursuits for after his playing days are done.
Well, the defense better look up and say thanks. Leaving guys that wide open is not a recipe for success.
Miami leading by 12. Shot by Johnson, no good. Inside, Middleton. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 15 points for Chris Middleton.
I can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. I'd like to see his guys step up a little more.
Dragic against Bledsoe. Lopez with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Dragic kicks to Johnson. And he banks in the layup. Johnson's got 6.
Well, they missed their first 3 shots, and after that maybe they'll get some air underneath their wings a little bit.
Antetokounmpo against Johnson. Bledsoe outside. Shot clock at 6. And it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Milwaukee with it. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Yeah, 3 of 4 to start this half. Offensively, they've been great.
Now, here's Wade. He's got 10. From 16 feet away, he cans it. He's got 12.
Excellent use in the mid-range area. You know that's one of his favorite shots.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Dragic. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Wade kicks to Adebayo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Richardson outside. Ball's knocked loose, and so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. And let's take a second to view a list of shooting guards who have been very dependable offensively this season. These 2 guards are the most accurate in the league. Chris Middleton, 4th.
You know, in tight or outside, these are all very reliable and consistent shooters. It's a safe option to put the ball in their hands and let them create something for themselves.
Well, the array of moves that each of those players has is just about unlimited. Whether it's in tight or outside, they know how to free themselves up and find the best shot possible. It's reflected in their shooting percentage.
Johnson, the shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got his 3rd assist on the night. Timeout called the Bucks. Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but the Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
Winslow's checked in for Richardson. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Snell's checked in. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And again, the Bucks miss. Miami leading by 11. Wade finds Johnson. Here's Dragic. Passes it to Adebayo. Winslow with it. Lopez covering. 5 to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off from 18 feet away. No good from Dragic.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
Middleton the pass to Antetokounmpo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Justice Winslow. The Bucks have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
The first one falls.
Well, this Heat team is a collection of a hodgepodge of players, just interesting combinations, guys who can switch all over the floor. But I think they're still trying to find out what their role is, who's going to end up stepping up to be the scorer that they lean on, and they try to be greater than the sum of their parts under Erik Spoelstra. Some nights they are.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And the Heat culture, not for everyone certainly, intense practices, a lot of preparation, demanding fitness standards. There's a lot to digest.
Well, Pat Riley is still around, isn't he, Kevin? So with that fact, Erik Spoelstra doesn't stray too far from what it is that brought Pat Riley a ton of success in Miami in setting up that culture and that sort of work mentality on a daily basis. You got to be tough and you got to be willing to work if you're in Miami.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. Goran Dragic started his career in Phoenix under the mentorship of Steve Nash.
Well, he still loves to push the pace and still loves to attack the paint. We'll see if he can be an effective player in his late 30s, the way that Steve Nash led his teams.
Good on both.
And while Dragic doesn't get to the free throw line all that often, when he does, he's usually pretty good.
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Bledsoe. There's the triple. And it's Miami with the rebound. Olynyk got his 6th rebound on the night. Winslow's shot is off. Bucks trail by 11. The pass to Bledsoe. To the inside. And to Antetokounmpo.
And you just look at the box score right now. He's not only filling it up with these points, but in every facet of the game.
Wade outside. In the corner, Winslow with it. Baseline try. Lopez grabs the board.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
And Middleton kicks to Lopez. Here's Bledsoe. And no good. Johnson with some nice D. The Heat leading by 9. Feeds it to Winslow. Johnson, the pass to Wade. That's no good. He is 5 of 11 shooting from the field for the game. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Bledsoe's got 7 points in the game.
Well, he knows he's going to get bodied, but Eric Bledsoe pays it no mind. Wow, what a hoop there.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And Chris Middleton, 2 seasons ago, tore his hamstring completely off the bone. I mean, he's come back and hasn't missed a beat. One of the most well-rounded players you'll see.
changes here for the Heat. Dion Waiters comes in for James Johnson. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Dwayne Wade. Milwaukee also making some changes. Henson's checked in for Lopez. Muhammad comes in for Chris Middleton. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And the basket by Olynyk. And the Heat lead by 9. And Chris Middleton with maybe, Greg, his best season yet in 2017-18.
It just seems like he gets better every year. Former second-round pick, now all-star caliber. He's worked extremely hard, stayed in the lab, and now we're seeing the results. And the next one puts him in the bonus.
The Bucks making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. Loose. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, covered by Winslow. And the clock stolen by Waiters. Dragic finds Waiters. Shoots over Muhammad, and it comes off the front of the rim.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Antetokounmpo passes to Brogdon. Now here's Muhammad. Over Johnson. And again, the Bucks miss.
That's just poor shooting right now from him, and I'm not sure why he's even attempting those kind of shots.
Pass to Waiters. Outside Dragic. 6 to shoot. Now the feed to Winslow. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Look at Milwaukee. They're having a solid season. 5th in the conference and looking to move up. And of course the Miami Heat a couple spots below.
And seeing where the Bucks are, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
Now here's Dragic. He's got 8. Winslow dishes to Waiters. Shoots over Muhammad. Tries again, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, putting up 26 points per, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy, all elements right now working together, and the game is coming so easy right now.
That free throw, no good.
You see Justice Winslow get into that low defensive stance. Signals kind of like he did at Duke, slap the floor and be ready for a defensive possession.
Good on the second free throw. And Winslow about 6'7", 225, but Brent, it seems like he plays a lot bigger.
Yeah, it does feel like that sometimes. He gets lots of minutes at the power forward position and tries to rebound like a 4, and when he gets it, he can rip it down and run it up the court.
And so here is Miami after the basket by Milwaukee. And Waiters kicks to Dragic. Lays it up and banks it in. Dragic has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, when Dragic gets the opportunity to drive, guess what? He's driving. Foot on the gas pedal there.
And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
to see the numbers for Brogdon, second in free throw percentage, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And you never see him get nervous when he steps to the line. That's why he's second in the league in free throw percentage. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 20.
Well, the Bucks, this is a franchise that for a long time just was treading water and chasing after a 7th or an 8th seed on the back end of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Not so much anymore. With Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the charge, the opportunity for the Bucks to do some damage in the playoffs is here.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Good on both. The Heat leading by 8. Pass to Dragic. Back to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. The shot off that time. And Milwaukee the other way now. And there's always pressure when you have a superstar player, Brent. And the Bucks are trying to capitalize on that window right now.
And I think Giannis, even though he's young, understands that great players are judged on how far they can push their teams. What type of postseason success can the Milwaukee Bucks have around what it is that Giannis can bring to the table? He wants to retire in a Bucks uniform. He said that before, but winning makes that decision a lot easier. And maybe with the coaching change, they'll get there.
Now here's Muhammad. Yep, that one goes in there. Muhammad's got 6 points.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Outside Dragic. Over Dellavedova. Olynyk. It's good on the putback.
Great hustle on display. And you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
Dellavedova kicks to Muhammad. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
Yeah, they're really trying to sell it out there, but the official just, he ain't buying.
The Heat making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Bucks. Now here's Johnson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 1:12 left to play in the third. But they recover it.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Now Muhammad, 6 points for him. Kicks it to Dellavedova. From outside the arc, good on the triple.
Now he's a threat from there. You can't afford to give Delly any room if you're the defense.
Miami leading by 8. And here is Waiters. He's got 13. Kicks it out to Richardson. Over Muhammad. Richardson, good. Richardson's got 16.
Well, nights like this for this basketball team on the offensive end, to have Richardson step up, that takes a ton of pressure off the rest of the team.
Dellavedova with the ball. Passes it to Muhammad. Here's the three. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Dellavedova. And so it's the Miami Heat heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Bucks trail by 7. Johnson and Waiters are the guard set. Olenek is out there with Richardson. And it's Adebayo in at the center filling out the middle. It's the group on the floor for Miami. And slam dunk by Henson.
Good awareness from EB there. He knows that's his job. Get the ball to the open guys as the point guard.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Now here's Waiters. Johnson outside. Olenek trying to break loose. Johnson can't get it to go.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Richardson against Muhammad. Bledsoe outside. It's stolen by Johnson. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. The pass to Richardson. Here's Adebayo. Muhammad covering. 6 to shoot. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. Dwayne Wade comes in for Waiters. And then for Milwaukee, Lopez comes in for John Henson. And Middleton subbed in for Shabazz Muhammad. From deep, Johnson. And it's Eric Bledsoe with the rebound.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Clock at 6. Middleton outside. Off target from outside. Miami leading by 5. Johnson at the elbow. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his 5th foul.
Yeah, it's a tough call, but he has to be better in avoiding contact on that play. That's his 5th foul, and one more. It'll be hitting the showers.
Shot from the inbound.
No escaping the outstretched arms of Ilyasova on that play. At every turn, he was right there and defended it well.
For Miami, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Johnson against Bledsoe. Johnson goes in. Trying to get something going. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That's his 1st foul. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Middleton finds Lopez. Knocked loose. Here's Brogdon. Clock at 4. From deep three-point range.
A gritty effort on the defensive end. Johnson showing how quick he can be on both ends of the floor.
Pass to Johnson. Over Bledsoe, and the shot is good from Johnson. And the Heat lead by 7.
He's been on his A game, sinking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
In the corner, Middleton with it. Over Richardson. And he overshot that one, missing. The Heat have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 4 assists in the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
It's Brogdon on the wing. Wade is covering. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Goran Dragic is checked in for Miami. The Bucks also with the sub. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Brogdon. Antetokounmpo against Richardson. Pass to Wade. And Dragic has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5. And the officials call for a 3-second violation. Bucks trail by 9. Bledsoe kicks to Ilyasova. There's the dish to Middleton. Bledsoe outside. 5 on the clock. That one wide left.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Tipped away. Stolen by Bledsoe. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good on the shot. Antetokounmpo's got 24.
I like how Giannis is inviting a little bit more contact and no longer shying away from it.
Here's Dragic. Passes to Richardson. Clock at 6. Releases from 15. That's good on the jump shot. Richardson's got 4 points this quarter.
Nice job, Richardson, playing now in the mid-range. That tells me his offensive game is showing confidence.
And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Ilyasova.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Richardson the pass to Wade. A floater, and it's good on the layup.
And while Wade doesn't pull the floater out all that often, when he does, it's usually pretty silky smooth.
Bledsoe kicks to Ilyasova. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. The pass to Bledsoe. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Eric Bledsoe's jumper has come a long way. It seems very comfortable pulling up from that range.
Here's Wade. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And Middleton kicks to Bledsoe. Lets it go with the 3. Goran Dragic grabs the board.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second. Yeah, certainly an attitude change at halftime after sort of wandering around in the first. He's kicked it into gear here for the second frame.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He can't get that one to fall.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And last season, not the one Brook Lopez wanted to have before heading into free agency.
He just never seemed to find a place with the Lakers and saw his minutes decline as he wasn't in their plans. Averaged a career low in terms of minutes played per game last year. And I think he still's got a lot to offer and should bounce back closer to his all-star level of output.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
Well, the defense has failed to cut off any of these driving lanes, which is why they're resorting to fouling him, and he's hurting them from the charity stripe.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Now here's Dragic. Wade outside. He kicks to Johnson. In the corner, it's Richardson. A three-pointer off the mark.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Middleton can't get it to go.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Bucks trail by 10. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Ilyasova against Johnson. Brogdon finds Lopez. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. 8 points for Brook Lopez.
That's a good pass there. Brogdon sees the passing lane and then finds a way to get it to his teammate.
Pass to Wade. From deep. A rebound by the Bucks. Ilyasova's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Brogdon against Dragic. Now here's Brogdon. Defense is right there. He feeds it to Lopez. Basket counts.
Well, the size that Brogdon has at the point guard, a good job of finding somebody over the top.
Dragic kicks to Richardson. To Wade. Over Middleton. Again, the miss by the Heat. Bucks trail by 6. Antetokounmpo passes to Brogdon. Yep, that one goes. Antetokounmpo's got 16 here in the second half.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is a star in this league, and more the team trusts him in those moments.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Brogdon. And it's Wade with the rebound. Wade's got his 6th rebound on the night. Passes it to Adebayo. Feeds to Johnson. And stolen by Ilyasova. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 8 here in the quarter.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Well, beating one guy is one thing, but beating 5, heck of a job there. He's got the talent to finish, too.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo, and up the court come the Bucks on the break. Antetokounmpo running.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take the hit.
Free throw drops for him.
A good guy to have on the free throw line when the score is close, and he takes care of business as usual.
Timeout called, the Heat. They're trailing by 1. 1:35 left in the game. Present our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
during that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. He told them that they're getting it done in the paint. He said, they can't guard us inside, guys. Keep taking it to them. Pound it down low. Let's see if they keep it up, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Wade, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 5 assists tonight. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo.
Great to see Antetokounmpo going strong inside. At times, the D has no choice but to foul him.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
Well, crucial moment there at the free throw line, and he never flinched.
Bounce pass, Dragic. Here's Wade. Great D that time from Middleton. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
This is why you got to love where Giannis is in the young part of his career, willing to drain a crucial shot for his ball club.
Throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. The Heat trail by 3. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Well, the defense clearly respecting Dragic's ability to shoot the ball, but they have to be aware of how good he is at drawing fouls on those attempts, too.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. Both free throws good from Dragic. Here's Brogdon. 55 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Count it!
Oh, shocking there. That one's amazing.
Well, you play your heart out all night long, and then just 1 or 2 shots at the end decide the outcome.
Now here's Dragic. From 10 feet out, Wade misses.
The defense, not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fires from 14 to the middle. Here's Lopez. And it's Miami with the rebound. Now a timeout called by Miami. They're behind by 3. 17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, it really depends on what's available, so we'll see how the defense lines up here.
they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
The versatility Middleton offers up is exceptional. A capable defender, a good scorer, an effective shooter. Those are the kind of switchblade players the coaches love.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
The three from Johnson. No good that time. And so the Bucks take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Congrats, Brooke, on the win. You guys were down, but you were able to overcome it. What does that say about your team?
You know, I think it shows our poise. You know, we responded. You know, I think we were really at our highest urgency level, and we came together as a team, and this time we held our lead in that.
Well, maybe you'll continue to develop that killer instinct during the rest of the season. Thanks, Brooke. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see